Good morning and welcome back to Hazeltine and the 41st Ryder Cup. I'm really pleased to be joined by Patrick Reed. Patrick, you played really well back in 2014 at Glen Eagles. As you look back on that time, you're pretty young, but what really clicked for you that week? What was going well in your game at that time?
Really I felt like I played – I just played like myself. I played kind of my normal game, and I feel like the main thing was, I love match play. Anytime I kind of get in this kind of one-on-one kind of battle, it always seems to bring the best out in me. And, it's just one of those formats that I absolutely love. And anytime I can wear red, white, and blue, it means everything. And, it just kind of brings out even more of a competitiveness in me, and also brings out an even more fire in me, which kind of just gets me going. And, hopefully I can have that feed onto the team.
If you had to take yourself into the U.S. team room and kind of look around, if you had to surmise, what was the greatest on-course strength of that group as collectively?
Ooh, on-course?
Yeah.
They're completely different. I mean, you have some of the guys that hit the ball, 500 yards, and you have other guys that are just kind of magicians around greens, and you have other guys on the golf course that are plotters. So I feel like this year we have a group of guys that all have different strengths. You have a small group that hits it a long way. You have a small group that doesn't hit it as far but is very accurate, and then you have another small group that is really good at scrambling. So I feel like that helps us on, matchups, on figuring out who's best with alternate shot, who's best with best ball, those kind of things on pairing up players, as we have such a diverse group that we're able to, pick and choose who we feel like is going to be best with each other on different kind of strengths.
Okay. Let's hit the ground running here. Number one straight ahead.
Patrick, you alluded to how proud you are to wear the red, white, and blue play. Could you talk about the dynamic of team golf with guys that you're out there every other week of the year trying to beat, and how that comes together as a team, and just how incredible it is to represent the United States as a team?
Well, yeah, we're out there trying to beat every guy every week. But at the same time, every time I go out and play a golf tournament, I'm there focusing more on trying to improve and be the best golfer I can be. And because there's some weeks that you're going to play some really great golf and play really well. And at the end of the day, you might not win the golf tournament. For example, Hero last year. I felt like I played really well. I improved each day. I felt like I was doing everything correctly. But Bubba, he just flat out outplayed me. And, if you take care of yourself, then, that's all you can do, because there's so many guys playing, and with how deep the competition is these days, you can play your best golf, but if someone does as well, you might get edged. And so I feel like that has helped me become more of a team player. So when we're out on the roads and in events like this, we know all these guys. We know all the guys on not only our team, but we also know all the guys on the European team. So it's just kind of one of these things that, for us, I feel like it's getting a lot more comforting to be with these guys. Now being on my second, I've seen a lot of these guys again now, and it's just kind of one of these things that, we're a team, and we're going in there and we're trying to help each other rather than focus so much on ourselves. But we're trying to help each other, because one person can't win the Ryder Cup. If you go out and play your best golf, you can go 5-0. Well, you still need 9.5 points to win the cup. So we're now more kind of focusing on what is it that we can do to help each other than what is it that we can do just for ourselves. Because, when you get into these kind of scenarios with Ryder Cup, President's Cup, anytime you have a team event, you have to be selfless. You have to be there to help each other. And if you're willing to help everyone else and help the team and try to become one as a group, then at the end of the day, you're going to be successful. And I feel like we're doing a really good job of that, and that we're building our team and helping and doing things to allow us to become a one unit. And, it's just kind of one of those things that we're working hard on.
Number one, right in front.
Given your regard for Tiger, what is it like like to be in his pod, and what do you know or have you learned about him that you would have not known just seeing him as a competitor?
You know, it's awesome being a part. You know, not only to have Davis as the captain, but then be a part of Tiger's pod. You know, Tiger. You see a guy like Tiger, and you see the credentials he has. You know, all the major wins, the 105 worldwide wins, and you know, ultimately one of the best golfers ever to live on the planet. And when you have someone that's that successful, they're either going to do two things. They're either going to be like, I don't need time for this, or they're going to be, forthright. And Tiger's. When I got here, I didn't quite know what to expect. I've talked to him a little bit, but I haven't spent a lot of time with him. And to have a guy like that, who, if you ask him any question, or if you need anything, he is there. He's all in. He'll answer any question, whether it's about golf, on the golf course, off the golf course, anything. He's there to genuinely help you, and also to, help you on not just Ryder Cup, but just throughout other things. And it really speaks volumes of what kind of person he is. And it's awesome to see that and to be a part of, because, you need people like that. And to have somebody like him, walking the fairways and, being there with you, and, played 9 holes on the first day, and the whole group, it was so windy they only wanted to play 9. I decided I wanted to go, see the back 9, so I just walked the back 9 backwards. And, he's like, all right, well, let's go. And he walked it with me, helped me figure out the golf course. And, you don't get that very often. And to have somebody do that for you, especially a guy like Tiger Woods, it meant a lot to me.